It's Leslie.
And Taryn.
You're gonna love the video you're about to see.
It's part of our simple success system, as easy as ABC 1, 2, 3.
So be ready to take some notes
Take action
and get results. It's Taryn and Leslie again, and we're gonna talk literally the team focused success system. We're gonna talk a little bit about just how it works when we're talking about building a team, okay? So you're enrolled, we've talked about the importance of being active, so I want you to understand this. We really have two compensation plans in one, okay? We have the team building over here,
All new customer.
preferred customer building over here, okay? You're gonna get paid on both, okay? So we actually get paid on a weekly basis here at Pure. That's the first thing I want you to understand. So we can help you earn income right away, and I love that. So we have some ways we get paid that you're gonna actually earn weekly, and then we have a couple monthly bonuses. So we're gonna talk about that. First thing, this is you. When you sign up as a brand partner, you get a position in the tree, okay? So you're gonna have your spot right here, and you wanna be active. That means you've purchased at least 100 PV worth of product. Again, going back to 200 if you want to immediately be qualified for that 20% on your customer reorders. So 100 point minimum, and I'm gonna refer to that as being active. The first thing you wanna do to lay the foundation of your business is you're gonna wanna put one person that's personally active on your left team and one person that's personally active on your right team that you personally sponsor. That means if I'm sharing this with Taryn, I'm gonna enroll her, let's say on my left team. She's gonna order a minimum of 100 points. That means my left team is now active, okay? My right team, same thing. We used to say when we first got started, left and right by Monday night. And that is because our commission period ends on Monday night at midnight. So if I get started today, and let's say it's Friday, I can have a paycheck headed my way by Monday night. All right, I love that. So I am now active. My left leg's active, my right leg is active. Now it comes down to a matter of how many points, the point volume, PV, how many points do I have on my left team? How many points do I have on my right team? Okay, so I'm gonna just show you an example of a paycheck because that's how I learn. If I get started, we've talked about duplication, okay? If I get started, and I know when I started with the largest pack available. So let's say I started, let's do for math's sake, I'm gonna say 1,000 points. Let's say I started with 1,000 points. So I purchased 1,000 points.
You're VIP.
I am VIP. And so most people in this business are going to do what you did or less, but generally not more. So that's why I always say start as strong as you can. So the person on my left team, let's say they did 1,000 points. The person I sponsored on my right team did 1,000 points. If nobody else does anything, then I know I'm gonna earn 20% on all of my first orders, okay? So let's say that's 200 from this order, 200 from this order. So that's $400 that I made in first order bonuses, okay? Then we look at team bonus, which is for the longevity of your business. This was what got me really excited about our compensation plan. Because when we're looking at overall volume, the company's gonna look at, on Monday night at midnight, they're gonna say, okay, of everybody on Leslie's left team, how many points of products were purchased, okay? How many points of product were purchased on her right team? They're gonna look at the balanced volume and they're gonna pay us based on what's balanced, okay? So there's two ways we can say that. 5% of balanced volume or 10% of your lesser leg. The math is exactly the same. So we're balanced, 1,000, that's gonna be $100 in team bonus. So I just made $500 my very first week by sponsoring two people that did 1,000 point order, okay? That right there is your story, and that's what I want you to understand. As you're sharing this, no matter how large or how small your very first paycheck is, that is your story. So when you're sharing it with people, they're gonna say, well, how's this working for you? You know what, I paid $500 my first week. I'm so excited. Get me? So anyway, this is just one aspect. What I want you to understand is it grows like Facebook. So I want you to take yourself back to when you set up your Facebook account. Okay, do you have that extra color marker?
I do.
Okay.
Blue or purple?
I want whichever you like. And
Purple.
so, okay. So I want you to understand, because of the way this is set up, somebody sponsored you, right? So I'm just gonna say for grins and giggles that your sponsor is here, okay? Sponsor. So they put you, let's just say, on their right team. I don't know if they put you on your right or your left team, but this means this is a common, what we call a common leg or a team leg. So for the life of your sponsor's business, every person that they personally sponsor on their right team would then fall in your organization, okay? So I want you to understand, some of you may look up and go, oh, hey, it says I have, somebody on my right team. I don't know who that is, okay? So anything you get like that, any of those people, their volume and what they purchase, and when they share it with people and they purchase, all of that volume counts for your team commissions, okay? You're not earning first order bonus on that because you didn't personally sponsor them, but you are earning team bonus. That right there, you guys, is the largest portion of my paycheck every single week, and that is what continues to grow. So think of it like Facebook. When you first set up your Facebook account and you have like 25 friends, then you look up in a couple weeks and you've got 250 friends, but you don't know most of them, but they're friends with your friends. That is how this business grows, because the products work and they get results. So all of this volume. So you may look up and you may have one leg that's way bigger than the other. Okay, awesome. That is a blessing, and let me tell you why. Because as long as you are staying active, all that extra volume actually rolls over into like a savings account for you until you match that volume out. So you're not losing volume. We're not flushing volume away. I love that. In all the compensation plans I looked to prior to this company, and this is the first one I've ever joined, but all the compensation plans, that volume would roll up to people above you and it washed. You lost it. I didn't like that. I love savings accounts. So that's how the team commission pays out. But guess what the bonus is that we didn't have when we started building? We didn't have a preferred customer membership. And so I think this is where I get really, really excited.
You want me to go over that here?
I would love for you to.
And let me say one thing. So yes, you're here and you're sponsored, but this is why timing is so crucial, and I'm glad you made the decision that you did. Because you're on your sponsor's right leg, but guess what? Your sponsor's on that person's right leg. There are people up there that are contributing. So do you understand how placement, it's a team effort, and this is so valuable. So let's take the exact same example. Say these first two people that heard your story and did exactly what you did, they said, you know what, preferred customer is the right thing for me. So they each ordered 1,000 PV, okay? And so instead of left and right, I'm gonna call them person number 1 and person number 2, okay? So you get 20% on the first order. So that is going to be $200 for this person and $200 for this person. That pays out that week, and then you are paid out on those people. Now, say they decide to do a reorder next month of 300 PV. So person number 1 has an order of 300 PV, and person number 2 is going to be a 200 PV. So at the end of the month, they're gonna look at that and say, okay, so your customer reorders were 500 PV. So that's where you go to this little chart. So 500 to 999 PV is 30%. So you would take this times 30%, which equals your CRB bonus, which would be $150 for that month. If you happen to have more people or if there are more orders, that's where this is going to come into play. But that's where in time, when you have lots of people loving the products, you can easily get to that 2,000 PV in reorders and earn $1,000 or more a month. So this compensation plan is so beautiful. It pays. And something I want you to keep in mind, 2,000 PV to make 50% is unheard of.
Absolutely.
There are companies that will give you up to 30%, but you have to have almost 5 times the amount of PV to be eligible for the 30. So this company is very generous in what it is that they give, and their thresholds are not ridiculous. They're very doable, and especially if you allow time and consistency to be your friend. So team building is super simple. Keep it simple. When you run into people that prefer to be customers, whether that's forever or for now, let them be customers, because all of that benefits you in a very great way. But 2 compensation plans and more that work together, but it's simple, keep it simple. And the bottom line is you can learn as you earn, and you can also continue to share and maximize this compensation plan and achieve more than you ever imagined.
Awesome. Love it.
Cheers.